They did come off a 4-1 defeat last game against Yateley, but so they're probably ones more in form than the host today. So I'm expecting an open game. Both teams looking to get 3 points to kind of restart their season and kick off their season to get a few more wins on the board, because both teams definitely need to.
Yeah, you got to be expecting both sets of managers. Are we looking at this as one to try and get a win out of? I mean, Rising Ballers have a few games at hand on the teams around them. They've only played 16 this season, so I'm sure they'll be looking at this as a springboard to try and get themselves out of that relegation zone, which they both sit on. Deportivo currently bottom of the league, and Rising Ballers only 20th, a couple of places above them. So what if the managers, you reckon they'll be go for? I mean, it looks quite windy out there. We can see the flags flying. Do you reckon the conditions are going to play a part?
Yeah, might do. Obviously, got to look at set pieces as one of the big differences today. It could be one of the big differences today in the game. And it should be. I think they could play a part. Like you say, both teams down at the bottom, and as well, especially Deportivo Galicia. Only one win this season. They're going to need to start picking up some points, otherwise the teams above them are going to drag away, including Rising Ballers, who they play today. So
yeah, they certainly are. I mean, they looked a lot stronger last season, finishing around mid-table, and it's been a really disappointing encounter for them, but I'm sure they'll be hoping to kick-start here, just like you say, Adam. I mean, we're just waiting for the teams to come out now, but we'll run through the lineups we've got down for you. So for Deportivo Galicia, we've got number 1, Toby Perkins in goal. Number 2, Vasilios Panos, the captain today. Number 3, Ahmed El Hanna. Number 4, Antonio Philip. Number 5, Badu Faye. Number 6, Yusuf Mual Irmani. Number 7, Naim Mejdoubi. Number 8, Ilyas Derdu. Number 9, Fernandez Anton. Number 10, Pablo Gonzalo. Number 11, Amar Chopra. And the bench for them, number 12, Matteo Aquino Pescador. Number 13, Mazi Amin. Number 14, Abdiaziz Hail. Number 15, Adam Nejari. And number 16, Georgios Karaginis. And as the teams come out, we can see we'll run through the away side Rising Ballers lineup. Number 1, Dennis Aituk. Number 27, Amir Stamford. Number 20, Jamal King. Number 30, Luke Tan. Number 13, Elijah Akindulo, who is captain today. Number 18, Talemwa Galukande. Number 17, Malik Nayanin. Number 15, Andre Cummings. Number 10, Shada McDonald. Number 11, Wisdom Melekwe. Number 19, William Adamiliu. And on the bench for them, number 12, Joshua Dowding. Number 22, Jesse Santamu. Number 24, Tarek Abdul Latif. And number 29, Enike Ayamoto. And those are the lines. If we have got anything wrong or any late changes, we'll try and let you know as soon as we get those updates. As the teams prepare, Deportivo, as you can see in their white socks, light blue shorts, and their white shirts, with a nice slash across them in the light blue. I quite like that kit. Their goalkeeper in yellow. And Rising Ballers in all reds, red shirts, red socks, red shorts. And I mean, a nice little picture of the team huddle going on there as they get ready. What do you imagine is being said in that team huddle at the moment, Adam?
Well, they need to win. As simple as that. Only on 7 points this season, 11 points off the drop. They're going to need to catch up some points, and this is the game to do it. Playing against a team near the bottom, they need to pick up points from the teams around them. They can't pick up points against the other teams in the league. So yeah, they've got to win. They've got to go for it from the start. I think the first 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes are going to be crucial in this game to see who's up for it, who wants it, who wants the 3 points, because they are definitely massive.
I think, especially with them playing at home, Tuesday night game under the lights, you're going to want to get off to a good start, quick start, because if they don't, it could go all wrong from there. As the coin toss is underway, and I believe it will be Deportivo Galicia kicking from left to right, and Rising Ballers kicking from right to left with kickoff. So we're all ready for this one. Just a little bit of a delayed kickoff by 5 minutes or so. Maybe that was to do with a car that needed moving. Hopefully it wasn't one of the players. But we look like we're ready to go now. And the referee is getting ready to get us underway. Rising Ballers to kick off. And it does look quite windy out there. You can see the shirts blustering. I reckon that will have an impact, especially on a game at this level. It's an Astro pitch, so the ball will be moving quite nicely, but the wind can always play a part. Do you reckon there's going to be trying to keep it on the deck rather than going long ball because of that factor?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. I mean, it might almost pay dividends to one of the teams if they knock it long and it goes over the defenders and they've got a chance in behind potentially. Like I said, the keeper's already started to kick it on, but yeah, I mean, it could go either way, really. It could be used for the benefit of one of the teams, but also disadvantage for the defenders of the other team.
Yeah, I mean, well, the ball's barely been on the floor so far, but that's some good feet in there. As Rising Ballers look to get on the front foot early on. It's a good tracking back, and it's gone long again, and it will bounce a bit awkwardly actually back to Dennis Aitak in goal. I'll be happy to get first. Good few touches on the ball as we see Rising Ballers attempting to play out here this time, but they look forward again. And this time it was back with Panos, the captain, and that's a nice little threaded through ball. And it's dinked over the top. But it's good tracking back from the Rising Ballers defence, but Deportivo attempts to get a cross in, but it's away. And Mejdoubi manages to get it away for Rising Ballers as they look forward. It's easily snuffed out by Faye at the back for Deportivo. I mean, it's a bit of a strange start. There are two different techniques. One moment they were trying to go long, and now trying to keep it and play it. But certainly Deportivo look like they're trying to play it, don't they? And as long as they can keep the ball, it's a nice threaded attempt by the captain. The keeper's come for it, and he's managed to get it away. And there's a lot of space already in that central area. The Shade and McDonald of Rising Ballers to do. We reckon he looks like he's going to be a key player picking up the ball. What do you reckon? Do you reckon the midfield battle is going to be a key point of this game?
Yeah, like you said, one of the teams are definitely going to need to keep the ball. There seems like a lot of space, like you say, in that midfield area. Shane McDonald, definitely a key player this season. Already got a few goals to his name. One of the top scorers in their team. Without Jesse Santana, who's on the bench today, but maybe he really ones that they'll be looked towards to get the goals and assists in today.
Yeah, just a couple of fouls by Deportivo in that middle third of the pitch, which is not a bad place to do them, as King looks long, but no one on the end of it. It's easily snuffed out again by Faye. Faye has misplaced the pass though, and it's had to be recovered by his centre-back partner Felipe, and they look like they're coming out on the right-hand side this time with Tamles Perez. It trickles back to Gonzalo. He uses his captain. He's already sent a few nice through balls forwards, Panos, but send it up back with Felipe and back to his goalkeeper. I mean, Deportivo is certainly looking like they want to play a bit more than Rising Ballers. I guess as the home side, you're going to want to dominate possession, and they look quite comfortable on it. But I mean, there's a high press, as you can see from Rising Ballers. They want it back there through Mejdoubi. It's just bouncing around when they can't seem to get the ball down. But here is McDonald. Nice little turn as the referee plays advantage. He finds a striker. It's come back to him. He's played out right. It's a nice little move, but that's snuffed out quite easily by the fullback Ohana. I mean, what do you make of the high press? Do you think it's going to be an issue for the way that Deportivo want to play this game?
Yeah, I mean, I conceded a lot of goals this season. I think, well, yeah, I conceded the most this season in the whole league. It's definitely been the biggest issue and sees them at the bottom of the league. They seem to be playing out from the back. Maybe not reluctant to kind of change it, which obviously can work, but obviously it's not really worked so far. And yeah, like you said, that high press is going to be key, I think, for Rising Ballers to nick the ball hard at the pitch and grab a goal, grab a few chances.
Yeah, especially with we can see quite early on Jamal King at the back for Rising Ballers is looking for that long ball, trying to find the run of Naim down the right-hand side. And I think that's going to be a key factor in his game today, and it's going to be something the centre-back's going to have to deal with. But the height of Bedfont, you'd expect him to be dealing with those balls quite well. As Galakunde drops in there to the back line. And nice little bit of possession this time for Rising Ballers, and they've won a throw-in on this near-hand side. And it's going to be taken by Akinthro, I believe. Oh no, it's Galakunde's come over for it. He's gearing up for a longer one. It's a poor throw-in really, but it's come back to him. He's headed on this time. It's bouncing ball. No one's really dominating in the air. And this time it'll be a throw-in for Panos to take for his side. Not much to make of the first 5 minutes really. It's not sure. We expected this to be a close game. But here is Duda with some good feet. But he couldn't quite control it, Perez. And I mean, a little bit of pressure for Tan to try and get out of it. He's been boxed into that corner really well. He gets out of it, but he can only find as far as Gonzalo. But the through ball again is deflected up high into the air. Al Ahmed tries to get it further forward, but it's away again. And it's just a bit of a bouncing ball at the moment. No one really getting it under control, are they? That's a very good tackle from Stanford.
It's all a bit of a mess at the moment.
Yeah, it is. But here come Rising Ballers with probably the best looking attack of the game. But again, can't quite get the final third pass. Yeah, what do you make of all this? It's bouncing, really taking control.
It is a bit all a bit of a mess at the moment. No one really able to take control, like you say, at midfield area. We pointed that out just before at the very start of the game, how important it's going to be to get the foot on the ball and just knock it about. Because that's definitely the way that both teams are going to be able to create a few chances. But yeah, it's all just a bit cagey. I'd describe it as the first 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good defensive shape from Deportivo so far. Malekwe's been getting on the ball, and that's a very good tackle. And he looks to go. Oh, he thought he was going to go long there, but he's sent me as well as the Rising Ballers players. But that's brilliant feat to get past Stanford. But once again, Rising Ballers are able to recover. I mean, like I was saying before, Deportivo have a good defensive shape, and Malekwe's been getting on the ball, having some nice touches, but he's forced backwards every single time. And they're just dominating that midfield area with El Ahmed making another good tackle in there. And El Imani, sorry.
Yeah, the high pressure seems to be causing Deportivo a little bit of problems, really. I think 10 out from the back. I mean, Rising Ballers have scored the least this season in the whole league. So it's, scored the least against conceding the most. Interesting to kind of see who blinks first almost in that matter. But that definitely could be the way forward, I think, from Rising Ballers. High pressure in that front three of Manetway and Adam and Louis especially.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly the way the manager's going to want you to start away from home. They were able to win 5-1 at home against them last season, but it was a 1-1 draw when they came here last time. As a little bit of talking to for Malik Naim there. Not really sure what that's about. But it will be a throw-in for Deportivo just their side of the halfway line. And again, both sides struggling to get it down as it goes out for yet another throw-in. Linesman's arms been up and down so far. As they play inside. And again, winning that possession has been turnover city in that middle part of the pitch. There's a nice little link-up play. This time from Roger. You can see what they're trying to do when they get the ball down and play. And this has been lovely. And they're set up down that right-hand side. But again, the ball's just trickled out of play ahead of Malik Naim. And Faye looks along this time for Deportivo.
Yeah, it was really nice though. Really nice play out the right-hand side, out a little bit of a cul-de-sac in that corner over there by the halfway line. But it got out well. But like you said, that kind of almost not final pass, but pass before the final pass, and been really on point so far in his opening minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it was good play by Stanford and Naim. I'm not really sure who was dropping in, but nice little interplay, and it's probably the best bit we've seen from them. But that's again sliced out of play, and there's just some. I do wonder if the wind is playing a slight part, but it just looks like neither team can keep the ball on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely playing an issue. Keeping the ball.
That's a positive throw, and it's a brilliant tackle by King. Oh, and then this is nicked by Malikwe, and he sets him out down the left-hand side, and he's cut back. He's done really well at that throw, but again the final pass is not there from Alafro this time, and that's behind him. And Fernandez has had to drop really deep to get his first touch of the ball, the big number 9 for Deportivo there, and his forward ball was cut out well by King.
Well, he thought Baller's got away there in behind down that left-hand side.
That's a nice little touch through the legs to set out Amelie. He looks like he's pretty much shot. He's cut in. It's a strike deflected, but the keepers as well to hold on to that one, especially with the deflection. I believe that was a shot from Naim on that far side. What do you make? I mean, we're starting to see Rising Ballers getting it down and playing now, aren't we? They're certainly looking a more dangerous side, aren't they?
Yeah, and then he got in behind. Originally, I think it might have been Cummins down the left-hand side, but a shot off there, the deflection took off the pace off the ball, and comfortable in the end for Perkins. But an early glimpse of a goal for Rising Ballers, and I think they'll definitely get a lot more of that in this first half.
Yeah, it's good to see it. For a keeper, always wants to get their first save of the game under their belt, don't they? But here they come again, Rising Ballers, with Adam Malloy. But again, the pass is behind, and now it could set out Deportivo on the break. And that's a good little feat from Naim Mejdoubi there. But he can't quite get it through. And Rising Ballers are down his right side. The keeper's gone for it. It's a side tackle he had to make. He's missed it. And Rising Ballers could be in here as Naim sets it across. And it's such a poor touch from Adam Aloy in the centre of the box. The goalie was nowhere to be seen. He couldn't control it. I think it came off his chin. And Deportivo are able to get away, but that is a glorious chance missed. And look at the gaps in midfield here as Deportivo attempt to counter-attack through Fernandez. There's a lovely ball through. There's step-overs, and he gets to strike away, and he scored! He's gone down the other end. And Deportivo got the opening goal of the game. It's Elias Dadu, and Rising Ballers will be kicking themselves. They had a glorious chance in front of goal, mess it up, and the perfect counter-attack with Anton Fernandez dropping in once again, set for Elias Dadu on the left-hand side, and a little bit of skill and a nice little finish into the far corner. Adam, they will be kicking themselves, won't they?
I can't believe what I've just watched, to be honest, that minute. I mean, Rising Ballers, I don't really know what their attack was thinking, trying to come out that far. He got his slide tackle all wrong. But so did Rising Ballers. He got that attack all wrong. They're trying to find a cross into the box. Like I said, Adam Louis with a poor touch. They get down the other end, and that is superb by Elias Dadu. And then shifts onto his left foot. Nice little step over across goal. And finds the back of the net. I mean, a crazy minute.
Crazy minute. And 2 minutes to go again here. And Mejdoubi's in, and he's cut back. He's cut back again. He's being king. But there's so many players in front of him, he can't quite squeeze it through. But it's bounced out to Perez, and he's looked to pull it back in for Fernandez. His shot is blocked as well, and it's finally scrambled away by Rising Ballers. But again, it's a poor touch.
He's got to play it really. I think he had two to his right. Fernandez, and I think it might have been Chopra as well to the right of him. I mean, he should have played it. He didn't. The chance gone and went, but a huge chance to go 2-0 up out of kind of nowhere, really. But they're going to be kicking themselves, not be 2-0 up. Rising Ballers will be kicking themselves. They're not 1-0 up themselves, but what a crazy minute.
I mean, Deportivo is still getting into this penalty area a lot. And that cross shot, I think it was a shot blocked. But going back to that attack here, Naim Mejdoubi, he likes to cut in on his right hand side. I've actually played with him before, and I know he likes to do little touches, little bursts of pace getting past the fullback, and he always wants to cut back in and shoot himself. but maybe on that occasion he could have squared it. There's Fernandez, some good hold-up play. And unfortunately he's lost the throw-in, and he's thrown the ball away. The referee's not going to be happy with that one. He's already getting a bit frustrated, but it will be a throw-in to Rising Ballers. Right by their own corner flag. I mean, we're about 15 minutes in now. Rising Ballers were just starting to get a foothold in the game, and then such a poor attempt at finishing off an attack, and they go down the other end and can see that it's easy stuff, but it's like we were saying earlier, Adam, isn't it? The gaps in midfield that Fernandez had to play with there, it's where the goal was made, really.
Yeah, the gap's just open. I think Rising Ballers committed so many men forward to that attack, but they definitely should have scored. But the transition caught them, and they still had a lot to do, and they did it well. But their gaps are really, really open in that midfield already. I mean, the game just kind of kicked alive for the last couple of minutes. There was all a bit of a mess for the first 10, and then suddenly a bit of just craziness, really, to kind of describe it.
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying too hard, isn't it, to get that breakthrough. But here comes Deportivo again. That's a good interception. That time from Tan. But it will be a throw-in. And I mean, they're going to want to build on this now. They've got ahead of the game. They're going to want to consolidate, because we know their record is absolutely terrible this season, and this really is a good chance for them to get a win on the board. As Panos puts that one through, and it's put out of play by the goal scorer Duda there. It's a chance for Rising Ballers to get up the pitch again. It's left this time for a Kint throw, as he looks to go long again. And it's come out wide to Mejdoubi. He's got some good feet on him. He's got down to the byline. The cross is weak, though. It's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. But Mejdoubi's already shown early he can be a bit dangerous, getting the little 1-2 touches, beating his man. They're going to want to be careful of that one, especially Panos in that right back position for Deportivo.
Yeah, it's nice and direct, though, by Mejdoubi. You can see what he wants to do, drive at the full-back. It's going to be a long day for the captain, Panos, but dealt with it enough. The cross was poor, though, but definitely an option down that left-hand side. The two wingers really been a kind of outlier for Rising Ballers. Caused a couple of issues early on.
Yeah, they certainly have, but you're going to want to see more of that. A nice positive reaction to come past. A bit of a weak pass back, but Aituk is always going to go along with those ones. And it's a bouncing ball once again. This time it is picked up, and there is Tan as he goes up wide to Yenin. Some good little step over it. The cross is absolutely out the stadium, or almost out the stadium. It's like you said, I mean, you got it perfectly right. When they get into that final third, they look like they don't know what to do, and they're just wasting attacking opportunities. You can really see the frustration from William Adamiloye there, just complaining as a lack of service, but he was the one who had the chance. There's probably a bit of frustration from that as well, creeping in.
Yeah, he's definitely kicking himself still from that golden opportunity. Like you say, that final pass hasn't really worked, and see why they've not scored many goals. Only 21 this season in the league. Obviously released, as we've mentioned. And definitely you can kind of see it really in that kind of attacking third, but they've had plenty of chances, or plenty of half chances, kind of opportunities to get forward in that box. Not really, other than that kind of golden opportunity. They need to do more, really, I think.
Yeah, they do. As he looks to send Mejdoubi down this left-hand side, and you can see his pace there. As he collects it, he comes inside to the goal scorer, Duda. One more to Fernandez, but it's well recovered, this time by Elijah Akin throw. That was a vital touch for Rising Ballers, as they had 3 or 4 players in, and they're going to just want a free kick just past the halfway line. Foul by Badon Faye. And the free kick's taken quickly, and nothing's quite come of it, but it's a poor clearance by Panos. And once again, we get to see Mejdoubi try and use his quick feet, but Panos was there to recover his bad pass, but he's given it away again. And has that just trickled out play from Galicia? Yeah, it has. And he's going to take a bit of a breath there, Panos, as he got rid of it, won it back, and got rid of it again.
Yeah, definitely been a key battle, as we've already seen in his opening stages. Mejdoubi, he's getting a better Paris at the moment. We'll know now what he's going to do. He's going to try and run at him. So he may just kind of step off a little bit as a fullback, just step off and let him kind of, maybe just jog him a little bit more. But it'll be interesting to see how that battle kind of commences throughout this game.
Yeah, it certainly will be. We saw the reverse roles there as Panos tried to get forward. He did get past Mejdoubi, but Galakunde was there to... Oh, no, sorry. Adam Aluyi was there to intercept. It's another throw-in. Fernandez has done really well again, and you think he's been fouled, but the referee's going to play on as the ball is with Chopra, as he beats his man into the penalty area. On, it's a brilliant sliding tackle from Akinfro once again, and I think it's come off of Chopra, so it's going to be a goal kick to Rising Ballers. But I mean, already early on, you can see Anton Fernandez up front for Deportivo. He's really good at using his body and putting other teams under pressure. Look at him now jockeying, forcing them back to the goalkeeper. But in Rising Ballers, and there's the mistake that's been forced as Chopra joins the press. He's won it off Akinfro and he's put it through his legs. That was naughty. And he's coming to byline, pulled it back off the keeper, and it's just deflected back off him. But he's absolutely had Akinfro there, which I think was a bit of revenge because he's tackling the last 3 or 4 times he's got in. That's a lovely little turn and nutmeg. One he's going to be thinking about tonight, Akinfro, I reckon. You ever had one of them done to you, Adam?
Not as a winger, luckily. Don't track back enough to do that. But yeah, it's an unbelievable feat to get past him. I don't think I could do that, so it's definitely better than what I could do. But yeah, I mean, nearly ended up in an assist as well. Just kind of tried to pull that cross back, but didn't pull it back enough. And up, just hitting the goalkeeper and not really going for anything. But yeah, massive, really nice feat in that corner.
Thankfully, you're commentating on it rather than trying to do it then. It's another second consecutive throw, and they've given the ball to Bedfont. I can only assume this is going to be a long ball launched into the box here. He's taken a lot of steps back as well. It's Bedfont. He doesn't beat the first Rising Ballers defender, although he was quite deep. It wasn't a bad throw, but here's a chance for a counter, but it can't quite fall for Naim, and there was nice feet there from Ahmed El Hana to just recover possession, give it back to Philippe, and this is what Deportivo want. They're 1-0 up, they want to have the ball, keep it calm, but well, that wasn't very from goalkeeper person. You've already seen him commit himself once. Here is it's a lovely feat again, this time by Naim Mejdoubi, and he sets through the goal scorer, but it's intercepted well. I mean, Rising Ballers, what do you make of the... Well, just see what comes of this one. Is they're trying to hold it up. Was Fernandez, and he's got it back to his goal scorer. It's deflected out, and it will be a corner. What do you make of the reaction from Rising Ballers since the goal?
Yeah, not really done too much, to be honest. Perkins not really been challenged in the goal since the first goal, really. Kind of just need to do more. I think they're just that front three lacking in confidence potentially, especially from the earlier chance.
It's an interesting corner. Sorry to cut you off, and that is that foul on the edge of the box. It was right on the edge of the box, but it was an interesting corner played out to Elias Dowdu on the edge of the penalty area, and William Adam Eloy just pushed him over. He was lucky it was just outside the area, but it's a really dangerous position now. He's put his team under pressure again.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there.
Huge chance, I think, this free kick. Maybe a bit too close, personally, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Adam Eloy got away with that one, really. Bit of a cheap foul to concede, especially so near to the edge of the box. Dangerous opportunity, maybe someone will lay it off, potentially.
We'll have to see. I think it might be too close, but going back to Adam Eloy, he's not having the best afternoon. And I can't quite see who it is taking that. But he's going to go for it. And he's just stuck it wide of the far post. It wasn't bad at all. It was Fernandez. I was going to say I thought it was him. And it was a decent strike, but not quite curling that corner. Interesting decision to go low. I guess, like we were saying, it was very close. It's hard to get it up and over the wall from there, but it wasn't a bad hit. We're looking out for him if he gets another chance to shoot. And that's another really poor touch from Mejdoubi up top. He's really not enjoying himself out there so far.
Yeah, you can see what Fernandez was trying to do from the free kick, trying to wrap in that far corner. Didn't quite wrap his foot around it and went the pass from post, but would have caused Ajax some problems in the goal if it went on target, definitely. But yeah, he's caused a few problems up top, Fernandez. Been impressed with his hold-up play and just kind of grab it, getting the players around him in as much as possible, especially the two wingers, Chopra and Dadu, who's obviously got the goal today. Yeah, I've been impressed with that.
Yeah, Chopra seems to be everywhere when it comes to pressing the Rising Ballers defence. His tan looks long there. It's cut out, and that looked like a foul to me, but the referee seemed to think it was fine, and King's able to go back to his goalkeeper, Isaac, and he will take a little bit of time in it before inevitably looking long again. And he's found the pass of Naim. Can he hold it up? He's done well. He's got a lot of support as well as he uses tan. He beats his man. And he beats him again, but he's brought down. It didn't look like a foul to me. That was just good defending. And he's let it run out for a goal kick. That was a bit cheeky, wasn't it? Thought he was going to go in. A little dummy. You have to see stuff like that.
Yeah, it's good defending by Galicia. Considering the amount of goals they conceded this season, not really had much troubles, but just playing out from the back, maybe they just kind of stopped doing it now. The last five or so minutes, just kind of going long up to the big man up top. Maybe more route one kind of cause them a bit more problems for that Rising Ballers defence.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the half now, and now he's through to Chopra. He's got his man to beat. He's gone straight for the shot, and it's a good save by Dennis Aitek. It's one you'd expect him to make, but you can see once again just how quickly Deportivo counter, and they've caught him out there. Couldn't quite find the finish, could he? But they've gone for a short corner. Fernandez plays to Gonzalo. Back to Fernandez into the penalty area. He's gone down rather easily. Was the referee not happy with the quick corner? I don't think he was happy with the quick
Seems like the ball was moving, maybe. Something like that.
Maybe, but I mean, going back once again, it's just such quick counter-attack football, wasn't it? It seems to be catching Rising Ballers out, but not that time.
Yeah, right decision by Chopper as well to have a shot. I'd say to kind of trying to get the keeper off guard, but it's a comfortable save in the end by Aitak.
Well, Gonzalo and Fernandez switched roles there, and maybe they shouldn't have, because the deep cross attempted by Gonzalo wasn't troubling anyone. It's trickled out the far side of Aitak's right post. And we've had about just under half an hour played now, and we're starting to see some patterns in the game with Rising Ballers looking to go long every time, seem to lose it, and then when it comes to the counter-attack, there's so much space in the field for Deportivo. But that's a lovely turn from Shayden McDonald. He's not got on the ball enough, in my opinion. And here is Imani goes back to his fullback, and again, look at the space for Gonzalo. He's got no one around him. He's got so much space to run. Chooses to go out left to Dauda. It's a poor cross, but Panos is there to pick up the pieces. And some good hold-up play, but it's gone back, and I wasn't expecting the big switch to try and find Naim Mashadi, and he's done really well to deal with that. He's got the ball forward, and he's won a throw-in. And that was really good. It was an interesting ball across, wasn't it? And he wants to play it quick. And he finds Fernandez. He's battling away as he has been doing all game. And it looks a bit scrappy, the defending from Rising Ballers, but they have come away with the ball this time. It's another nice turn from Shayden McDonald as he looks out towards the right-hand side. But there's still more Deportivo players back than there are Rising Ballers players flooding forward, which is just the opposite of what you can say when the home side are attacking and they have won themselves a throw-in. Do you think there's not enough urgency from Rising Ballers when they do win that ball back?
Yeah, from what I can remember, the chance that they had, they got an opportunity. They committed a lot of men forward for that. I remember they're a little bit kind of reluctant to do it again, considering obviously they lost the ball in transition and Galicia went up the other end and scored. Maybe that's kind of playing in their minds a little bit, but looking at Shaden McDonald, definitely the man to get on the ball, Rising Ballers, just trying to make things happen for them. They just need to get on the ball more, like you say. There's some nice sort of turns and nice sort of passes, but it's not really finding enough in that middle of the park.
Yeah, both McDonald and Tan look comfortable in the ball in the middle, but they're just not getting on it enough. And I mean, it's been a while since we mentioned Malikwe's name as well on the left-hand side, and that's probably due to some good defending from Panos more than anything. And here he is on the ball, the captain, the onside, and that's a nice little ball through to Fernandez again. He's onside. He's got a few players ahead of him. He's opted to go for Imani. He's giving it out wide to Naim Mejdoubi, but it's not a good pass at all. And it will be another throw-in. The Rising Ballers, and they're quick to take this one. Tan dropping in. And Stanford looks long. But that's a very poor pass from Imani there. Trying to keep it on the pitch, and once again, Stanford will have a throw-in to take. Throw-ins seem to be the most used word for me today so far. Stanford looks long. Has been head tennis all game. Really in the middle. A good attempted switch, can't quite find Malikwe, but he has won it off of the dodgy touch by Panos, but he's almost run it out of play. He's had to go back to his centre back, and now we are inside with Galakinde, and that's a nice little turn from him. And Adam Lee's brought down, but they're going to play on, and he's brought down as well. And it will now be a free kick to Rising Ballers. Sorry, it was Adam Ali who ran on with it. Akimfro getting up the pitch there was taken down on that's the number 15. That was Cummings. And it will be a free kick on the edge of the box for Rising Ballers. But I mean, first chance of really for them in a while. What do you make of this?
Yeah, much better from Rising Ballers. Kind of that way did well to keep it in, play it back. There was a nice little pass into Cummins, and Adam and Louis did well to win the final. So chances a few of them around him. McDonald's, Nyanin.
It was Nyanin. Straight out the wall. He can't quite get that's good work by Chopra to stop him getting it down the second time, and he's just cleared his lines. But yeah, he had a few options out. I think they might have taken that one a bit too quick. I think he must have seen a gap and gone for it. But here they are with a Kimfro anyway, and back to Itik. And it's a chance missed. But it was a free kick. You never know what you're going to get from one of them, really.
Yeah, it'd be disappointing Nyanin to not really test the goalkeeper. Perkins just straight to the wall. We're just trying to get a little bit more involved in the game.
Good little run from him again. As he comes in, flies for Tan. And he's looked out wide, and the referee's going to ignore that one as well. As Cummings goes out to collect it. And he chops back. Stanford into the penalty area. It's a nice little pass inside. The first shot is blocked, and he's just sort of tried to get a second one away towards the goal, when maybe if he'd taken a little second to stand up properly and laid it to his fellow strike partner Adam Alui, and they could have got something more of that. But I mean, they're starting to get in the positions now once again.
Yeah, much better again. This time down the right hand side. Nyanin involved again. It seems like he's trying to just pick up little pockets outside and inside the box. It was good play. I think it was Luke's hand, a nice little pass, and they got a little bit of space down that right hand side to find the cross into the box. But again, it's just that final part really. It's not really causing Deportivo any real problems, but a half chance definitely.
Yeah, that definitely is. It seems to be whichever team can get control in this area they're in at the moment suddenly has an attack. And that's lovely feet from McDonald again. But it's won back by Dowda. And he finds Fernandez, who's facing the wrong way, and it's won back by McDonald. It's just turnovers in the middle, and then someone breaks away. This time, Adam Alui's dropped all the way back. And here is that is Stanford. He's gone out wide to Naim, but it's a really poor pass. He's done well to keep it in and beat the fullback. He's onto the byline. He pulls it back. Doesn't quite find Adam Ali. It's a good defence from Deportivo, and the referee's blown for something. Did that hit a baller's hand, do you think?
I think it hit the referee in the end.
Oh, did it hit the ref?
Yeah, but no, it was nice again. Yanin involved, did well to beat his man. It was, like you say, a poor pass, but he did well and caused the left back a few problems. But the pullback just didn't really go as far as behind as he wanted to. Had a move standing a little bit of space, but just couldn't find him.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Yanin's had the better of El Hana out on that far side, but I just didn't think there was enough movement in the box from Rising Ballers when they got there. But here he is again. But that's another poor pass which been overhit towards him. And look at him, he's complaining. He wants better service because, like we just said, he has had the better of El Hana down that far side the majority of this game. But when he got in the box, like you said, it wasn't quite there to pull back. But I just think there wasn't enough movement from Adam Eloy and anyone else in the area to create a gap and find a clear chance for him.
Yeah, almost kind of waiting for the pass to find him more than creating the movement himself. Adam Eloy said, like we said, we have criticised him a bit this half. He's tried to get involved, but just hasn't happened for him this first half. So obviously, plenty of time to make up for the first half mistake, but yeah, it's just not really happened so far. Which just kind of sums up their final third, really, to be honest.
Definitely. As a striker, you're always thinking, just give me one more chance. And I'm sure he'd be desperate for one of those at the moment. And that's a nice thing from Malik, but it's not quite found anyone again. You can see the ideas are there from Rising Ballers, and you just fear the Deportivo that there might come a point where it suddenly starts to click and they suddenly start to find, like we saw with that one really good interplay about 15-20 minutes ago. If it suddenly starts to click, you fear they may be in trouble, but it's when they get into that final third it's not quite happening so far.
Yeah, like I say, the ideas are there, it just hasn't come into tuition as often as they want to, really, in this first half. Because they have caused Deportivo a few problems down those wide areas, especially with Malekwe and Yanin's been a bit more involved in the last 5-10 minutes. So it's definitely routes to goal, but it's just finding that final pass and final cross. He's not found anyone in the box.
Philip was playing with fire a bit there, but he managed to find Faye. He went outside, but that is a cross that Chopra's never going to reach. And you just wonder with Deportivo whether it's going to start as the game goes on and it remains 1-0. They're going to start to try too hard to get that second goal. A little bit of a forced ball forwards there, which loses in position. Chopra's feeling his ankle quite a bit, which would be a worry for them. If that's anything serious, we hope he's all right to continue. But the ball is won back again. It's with Panos, the captain. Comes inside and it's a nice little ball forward to Fernandez. He goes out wide to Chopra, who has got on the end of this one, but he's dispossessed rather easily and he's feeling his ankle there. It's a good tracking back tackle by Galakende, but Chopra has now gone down and he is feeling his ankle, and this will be a big blow for Deportivo, won't it? Because he's been one of their brightest players so far.
Yeah, he's in a bright spot today, Chopra. Definitely looks like an ankle. I'm not entirely sure where it was from. Maybe it's just kind of a tackle, maybe just caught him late a little bit. Probably an accidental one. I would say he's rolled his ankle, but he's playing on 4G, so but it's like I don't know whether his ankle's stretching out his leg at the moment, but hopefully he's okay because he's been a good player today. He's played well.
Well, I mean, you would be surprised if it is cramp at this stage of the game, but that certainly looks like what's going on at the moment. I mean, he's been the bright spark, but we do hope he's okay to continue. I mean, what do you reckon the Deportivo manager would be saying if it stays like this at half-time? I mean, they're desperate for a win. Do you reckon he'll be telling them to go for that second goal or sit back? What do you think, Adam?
I think there's chances there, definitely. I mean, Rising Ballers haven't looked comfortable at the back. So there's chances for them to be get at that defence. Have they caused enough problems since the goal? Not really. They had a few nice patterns down the left-hand side with Dardu especially. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say really. I think there's definitely opportunities to get that second goal. But I think they definitely can. There's just depending how whether they make any tactical kind of changes and maybe almost sit on a 1-0, but it can be a dangerous scoreline. So, but I think there's definitely chances we get out Rising Ballers 100%, and they do need that win. But like you say, we've mentioned it before, they trying too hard to go and score that second goal. But it looks like the chopper is coming off, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw the referee sign for a substitution there as Chopra has. He's going to have to make the long walk round, and he has come off. We'll let you know who's come on when we find out. It's a big blow. It really is, because he's been one of the brightest sparks so far. Deportivo, whose pressing has been really good up there with Fernandez. And they get the game underway again. And the ball's looped towards the back post. Mejdoubi's there, and he's got there ahead of Itak. He's really quick to that one. But the referee says the ball went out of play. And I can confirm it as Abaziz Hale, who has come on to replace Amel Chopra. He looks like he's sat in a more central position. I think Dowda might have come out to this right-hand side. We'll keep an update on that as and when we work out what's going on. But I believe he's going to sit in midfield. I think Gonzalo's pushed a little bit further forward into that number 10 role that Dowda had, and he's come out to fill out on this right-hand side. But she was drifting across to the right anyway, so I don't think that will make too much of an issue as Malique wins the throw-in for Rising Ballers for Panos.
Yeah, it looks like they say Dowda just come out to his right-hand side, occupying the left-hand side well in the first half an hour or so. It'll be interesting to see kind of how much it does change with Hale in that midfield too. It looks like the midfield too, almost like a 4-2-3-1 from my angle. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that double pivot works with him and El Albani.
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting to see from Rising Ballers that Galicia looks to be playing sort of an inverted fullback role when Deportivo have the ball, and he's having to cut back into the left back position when they don't, which is why Akinfro has been the one coming across and winning a lot of those challenges. You just wonder whether Dowda will notice that and try and take advantage of that when they have the ball, because he's been doing it all right so far. He's been all over the place, and here he is in the centre of the pitch, and he looks to play out Lico on that left-hand side, but it's nowhere near him really. And this is Dowda on the ball, and look at all the space he's got to run into. And there it is, immediately exploiting that left-back position as Fernandez with a lovely ball through. I was just about side tackle, but it's going to fall towards Mejdoubi, but it's covered by Luke Tan. And now Galakunde is back in there. But and he's just about nicked it off of Pablo Gonzalo there, and straight away we saw what I was talking about with that inverted fullback. It is a risk to take, isn't it? They obviously feel like they need that extra body in midfield to try and dominate the ball.
Yeah, definitely. Just need that extra. Maybe haven't been causing many problems in that midfield really. Just kind of wanted that extra man in midfield with Galakande, but he needs to get across a little bit quicker if he's going to be inverted into that midfield when Dardu has the ball, which it looks like the danger man. Deportivo obviously got the goal already, but can definitely work in possession. This out possession needs to be a little bit more sharper, just getting out to the wide player.
Yeah, certainly. And here he is once again occupying that central role. He's going to look for that same pass to Malique, and we know he's going to try and be direct with it. But this time he goes back to Akinfro. And it's all the way back to King at the back. It's a nice little ball through to Luke Town though. He's been finding those pockets. Oh, sorry, that was McDonald. He's been finding those pockets of space a bit better as this game's gone on. Here is Tan. Again, that attempted ball to Malique is just not paying off. Panos has the better of it every time. But it's so scrappy in that midfield. Both sides fighting for every ball, and it's turnover after turnover. The managers are going to want to see their side just take control of that area for the first time, because we've literally been stop-start. The ball's gone out countless amount of times, and neither manager is going to be happy with a stop-start game, are they?
No, it's been really scrappy. the last 10 minutes or so. I think Galicante coming into midfield, making it even more kind of compact and congested in that midfield, almost trying to release Tan and McDonald a little bit further forward to get on the ball in more dangerous positions. I mean, it looks like Galicante's getting a lot of the ball from deep positions, but just can't really find the two more attacking-minded midfielders in that kind of three now. Seems like it's been changed to.
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting because from a point of view where Galicante's dropping in so much into that holding midfield role, they're going long and missing him out. Obviously, it allows McDonald to push up further, but he's only really getting the ball from areas like that where they've won possession back and got on it. But that is some lovely interplay there. But he's giving the ball away again, and it's maintained by Dowda. He uses Marnie, and it goes back to Dowda as a lovely little body feint to beat Malikwe, and he brings him down. I think that was just frustration of being surpassed so easily there from Malikwe. It's good work again by the man you highlighted, Dowda, getting them up the pitch and forward as we approach
he's been a key man this half. Obviously, the difference between the two sides. Now getting on the ball even more now with, like we mentioned, Galicante coming inside. That's where they're going to be aiming their attacks, Galicia, and that right-hand side with him. He's definitely got a little bit about him. Nice little body feint, like you say, get away from his man, get a free kick. Potentially dangerous area with the wind, potentially going in that direction.
Pablo Gonzalo told to move the ball backwards a little bit. But he is going to swing it into the air. It's a driven ball. Looked like it was going to be quite dangerous, but it was cut out rather easily in the end by Rising Ballers, and that's a nice little touch by Adam Alou. He's done really well to keep possession there. He just, every time he thought he was going to lose, he did a little touch past another player and eventually did the sensible decision of going back. Here is Malikwe up against Panos. He uses Tan, and this is a good little bit of interplay. And Rising Ballers, they do really well to avoid the pressure they're under. Here is Naim now dropping in. His ball bouncing around, and it is picked up by Cummings. Well, that's a poor pass behind Tan, and he's not even going to get there. So really, it's moments like that when you see they're suddenly starting to string the ball together, get past the press, and then a really poor pass just kills everything, and suddenly you're under pressure again in your own half.
Yeah, it's a nice spell of possession from Rising Ballers, kept the ball well. Adam Alou holding it up a lot better now, just trying to get everyone a little bit more involved, just trying to get on the ball and kind of make stuff happen from Rising Ballers, but another overhit pass there again.
I mean, you saw how deep Adam Alou had to drop in there. He was literally halfway through his own half, and he's the main man up front. Like, the frustration he must be feeling is going to be up there as he wins it back for his team, gives it to someone, and the ball forward is really poor. And once again, we see that trademark long ball from Faye, and I think it's the first time he's kept one on the pitch. But we lose possession again. McDonald comes out wide, and it's a poor touch from Galicante, and they could be in trouble here as Dowda is through, but he hasn't quite got the pace. And is there an issue with that? I didn't see what happened there. Do you know, Adam? That's all the way back from where the pass was played. Maybe there was a late foul or something we didn't quite catch on camera.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of changes in the second half. Adam Alou has been dropping a little bit deeper and deeper to get on the ball, but he almost doesn't really need to. With three in midfield now with Alicante, just kind of stick up top and cause those two centre backs more problems, because Faye and Philip haven't looked quite comfortable, really, to be honest, without him causing them any kind of problems.
We are into first half added on time here, so this would be a really good time to get the equaliser, and a deflected shot is gone wide. It's going to be a really late corner for Rising Ballers here. As a lovely ball forward from Tan, cutting through the lines, and I believe it was Cummings who got on the end of it that time. But it's again another deflected shot. The keeper was wrong-footed, and nothing's come of it, and it is going to be a corner. Last chance of the half. How great would this be to go in with an equaliser? It's a deep in-swinger right into the middle. It's cleared away, only as far as Tan. He finds Nianin, goes through everyone, but the goalkeeper is really well to hold on to that. Probably the biggest save he's had to make in this half. And the referee somehow is finding an issue with this as well. Oh, it's half time. It is half time, I believe. And it is 1-0 to Deportivo Galicia, and they will be thrilled with that. They did have a good shape at the back. They've maintained strong with the high press as well at times, and really seem to look like the better side in that half. But you still feel like there is a little bit more to come with Rising Ballers. Like you said, you can see what they're trying to do with that inverted fullback and play style. But what do you make of that first half then, Adam?
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a crazy minute, really, where the goal came from. Obviously, Adam Louis had that massive chance to put Rising Ballers 1-0 up, and obviously go down the other end and score. Elias Dardu with the only goal in his half. Yeah, it's been really scrappy, to be honest. Be interesting to see what kind of changes both managers make tactically, especially. Like we've mentioned that inverted fullback quite a few times in this first half, but that's been the real kind of tactical decision that's been made in the first half. But yeah, it's been a scrappy half, and Galicia will be pleased to be 1-0 up, and we look at to double that lead in the second half. But got to be careful with Rising Ballers.
Yeah, they certainly do, and we will rejoin you when the second half commences. welcome back to Bedfont Recreational Ground for the second half of this Combined Counties League Division 1 tie. FC Deportivo Galicia are 1-0 up in this one, looking to get their first win in. Well, they've had no wins in 16 games, so they're looking to hold on to this one against Rising Ballers, who themselves are not where they'd want to be in the table. It was a bit of a stop-start first half, bit cagey, neither side really getting the better of things if you've just joined us. And we'll let you know as and when we know if there have been any changes. So far as we're aware, the only change is Hale on for the injured Amir Chopra. So hopefully he's okay. And he was looking quite good in that one as well. So that's a big loss for them. But in this second half, Rising Ballers in their all-red strip will be shooting from left to right. And the white shirts, blue shorts, white socks of Deportivo will be right to left. Joined again by Adam. Todd, how do you think the managers would have viewed that one at half-time? Obviously, Deportivo would be the happier side. What do you think would have been said in the changing rooms?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what kind of tactical decisions are made in the second half. Obviously, we saw Rising Ballers play their inverted left back, and looks like they are making a personnel change, I believe, as well. We'll kind of update you and see who it is, but I think that Galicia will definitely be more the happier side. I think they wanted to get on the ball a little bit more. It's been very, really, really scrappy. I believe, it looks like Jesse Santana has come on for Rising Ballers, top scorer for them this season. So definitely an attacking change. I think that was what they needed. Really struggled in that final third. Rising Ballers, there's patterns of play, there's ideas. It just hasn't quite worked out. And I think that will definitely be need to be sorted in the second half again if we're going to get all 3 points away from home.
Yes, certainly. I mean, Santana was the man you highlighted before the game, and he's come on, I believe, up front for Adam Ali, who struggled a little bit, to say the least, in that first half, but he started to get there towards the end. Frustrating day for him. I will confirm for you, I'm 100% sure it is him. No, he's still on the pitch, I think. So I believe it. I'm not too sure who's gone off. Is that? He's. Oh no, he has gone off. I don't know. I will update you when I find out for sure. But we're underway, and it's another throw-in straight away. So hopefully, I think the referee wants to change the ball there. Probably a bit flat. But they'll be hoping for a little bit of a less stop-start game, more free-flowing. We want to see more of that football that Rising Ballers started to play, and the exciting counter-attack that Deportivo will put in together. That's some strong hold-up play there, and he's done really well to come out of that one and play it to Nyanin, who seems to be playing a little bit more central right now. But once again, and here is Naim Zabri on the counter-attack. He's through, 1-on-1. He goes on his right foot. He takes it through the keeper's legs, and he finishes. That's what he does. It's another fantastic counter-attack goal from Deportivo Galicia. And oh, what a lovely ball through Naim. He's so quick when he's running through the goal, and he's just left everyone in his wake. Got 1-on-1 with the keeper. I thought he might have gone too close to him, but just dinked it, I think, through his legs to get the finish and put his side 2-0 up. And look at the celebrations there. They're absolutely buzzing with that one. Adam, what do you make of that goal?
It's a perfect start to the second half of Galicia. He said what the managers say in the dressing room. That's what he would have said. Get that second goal straight away, and they have done. I think it would be disappointing if you're Amir Stanford, just let the ball kind of almost just go through his legs, or just kind of go past him, and no one was catching Mejdoubi, and it was a tidy finish. Like I said, I thought he would overrun it as well, but he just poked it home through the legs of our attack, and it's 2-0, and it's perfect start for the hosts. What they wanted, that's what they wanted dreamt of in that dressing room.
Certainly exactly what they would have wanted to do when they come out for the second half, and I can tell you for free he's going to be chewing my ear off about that goal the next time I see him. A lovely counter-attack play, and you can't take anything away from him. as he managed to stick it in the back of the net. So 2-0 to the home side, and it's exactly what they would have been wanting from this game. And
it looks like Rising Ballers have gone to 2 up top with with Adam Mejdoubi and Santamu. I think it was Malekwe actually came off the left winger. Need 100% of confirmation, but I think it was him. So it looks like they're trying to change the formation and be more of a 4-2-4, 4-4-2, whatever. How do you look at it? It looks like they've gone almost like 4 up top.
Yeah, I believe you are correct, Adam. That was what I was literally about to say as you took the words out of my mouth. And I believe there's been a slight switch of sides as well, as I think Naim might have gone to the other side. But we will keep you updated as and when we know. But for now, it's got to be. I mean, 2 up top is certainly what you want when you're 2-0 down now. But the formational change has not got off to the greatest of starts as they launch one into the box here. It's bouncing. The goalkeeper's had to swing at it and sort of put it there. It looked like it was the perfect height for him to catch, really. But he's just sort of waved at it and put it out of play. And it's going to be corner for Rising Ballers, which, well, Malik Nianin wanted it short. I don't know if he's going to get it short as McDonald puts it into the area. It's gone all the way to the back post, but it's a poor header. And once again, it's a wasted opportunity for the away side.
The free kick caused a lot of problems for Perkins. I think he was almost expecting a touch from someone, but the touch didn't come. They nearly went all the way into the back of the net, but he had to get something on it to kind of palm it around the corner. He did to stop Rising Ballers get back in the game.
Yeah, certainly I agree. I mean, Deportivo will start to look the more comfortable side. If you could have said there was one in the first half, and they've come out here all guns are blazing straight away, which is exactly what the manager would have wanted, given how big a game this really is for them at this stage in the season. They need to get some points on the board and get themselves climbing up that table. And so far tonight, they're going the right way about it. They won't mind at all.
Yeah, they need to catch up on some points and the teams above them, and they will definitely do that by beating one of the teams in the relegation zone. If they hold out on this win today, it'll be a massive result. Obviously, still will be bottom of the league, but just closing the gap, and that's what they need to do. They need to kind of they'll definitely want to kickstart their season if they get the 3 points here.
100%. I mean, unless this turns into at least 20-point swing with other results going their way, they will still be bottom of the table, given their really poor goal difference. As the referee once again stops a quickly taken free kick. Naim Mejdoubi was out on the run again there. He's desperate for more balls in behind. And we know this man Faye is going to play long balls. And he's managed to put it perfectly in behind for Dowda. And he comes back to his fullback. It's come inside to the substitute Hale. He's turned, and sensible play from Deportivo really is. It was good defending, good shape from Rising Ballers, but Deportivo comfortable on the ball. Nice little interplay here. Mejdoubi back to his fullback Elhana. His first real chance for a long time to get forward, but it's good tracking back from Elite Nianin. It is a corner ball for the home side.
Yeah, nice little 1-2 there on the left-hand side. It's just interesting to see whether Rising Ballers will keep with that kind of inverted fullback in that first half. Doesn't look like it so far. Almost like 4-2-4, but yeah, Deportivo causing a few more problems in the second half, including going off a 1-2 again.
Lovely little interplay, and the ball is across, but again it's straight to the goalkeeper. I mean, a little bit of time wasting there with Fernandez, having a bit of fun, kicking the ball against the sideboard, then the corner flag, and then all of a sudden the quick corner almost caught the defenders out, just like that. He's almost caught them out, and it's only as far as Gonzalo. He looks like he was tripped and he's fallen over, and Rising Ballers are away with it now. Nianin, he comes and he's just skipped over McDonald. I think he thought Nianin was there running ahead of him, but he just sort of left the ball weirdly as Elhana trying to get away. A little bit of a forced one there as the centre back King steps forward. He beats two men. Just about gets away with that one. And here is his substitute Santanu for the first time. He goes out wide, and Yanin, he beats his fullback. He's chopping and changing, but it's brilliant work by Mejdoubi there to get a foot in at the crucial time. But they still can't clear their lines the home side. This is probably the root of a lot of their defensive problems this season, as McDonald was gearing up for a shot but opted against it and goes out wide as the ball is attempted to be whipped in. But easy catch in practice for Toby Perrison in goal. What do you make of the few poor clearances, scrappy clearances? Do you reckon they're going to start to feel the nerves at the back, or is it just good pressure once again from Rising Ballers like it has been all game?
Yeah, definitely going to be more occupied, those two centre backs. That's almost a bit too comfortable, really. We're dealing with those long balls up to Adam and Yuri, but now we've got two men to deal with from those potential long balls. But yeah, it's been a bit scrappy clearances. Both defenders haven't looked fully comfortable or fully confident all game. So it's definitely Rising Ballers, definitely chances here in the second half. It just needs to kind of put a few more passes in dangerous areas together, get their danger man more involved.
Definitely, this is a nice little interplay from then, and there is Galicia occupying that midfield area once again, the first time this second half. He uses it's lovely play by Tan there, and he puts a lovely ball through it, and just in between the two of them, wasn't it? There was two players making a run. Santana was the one who wanted it the most, I think. He put it right in the middle of them, and neither of them are going to get it. It's chipping through to the keeper. It's still that final third, which I think will be the main. If we are to see any changes occur for Rising Ballers, they're going to want to change it in that final third. We've already seen the tactical changes. They're going to be any more. As I said, a lovely ball through into the area, but the substitute Hale couldn't quite get a touch on the ball, and it could have been serious problems if he had. For Deportivo to cause on Rising Ballers there. It's just been so scrappy in this midfield. It's really hard to know who's on the ball at what time, because it's just chopping and changing at every instance.
Yeah, that long ball caused Rising Ballers a few problems from Faye. We've seen it all game. Just kind of play that long ball as quick as possible, kind of in transition to cause a few problems when the defence isn't as set as maybe it was. Don't know whether it's another change. I believe it might be.
Tariab Abdulatif has come on off the bench for Rising Ballers. Tariq Abdulatif has come on. I'm not too sure he went off. It was off camera, I believe, but as they play on, it comes out to Nyanin, who goes for goal. It's not a bad effort, you know. The keeper was expecting the cross. He'd sort of moved to the right a little bit, sort of shown his colours, and he's just thought, I'll try and get it over the goalkeeper's head. He hasn't quite managed it on that occasion.
Yeah, I think just saw the keeper off his line a little bit. I think, like you say, he was moving towards his right, like a cross would come in, and just kind of saw the opening. It wasn't a bad effort. Nyanin just trying to get more involved, more direct. But again, Perkins in goal hasn't been called up really for any danger moments yet in the second half, and they're going to need a little bit more.
Yeah, they certainly are, but they're battling away, and here we see Abdulmalai dropping really deep again. It's back to the fullback Stanford though. He chooses to go to King. A lovely ball inside to Galicia, who is still making those drops into the field alongside Tan, who's on the ball now. I believe Cummings was the one who originally went out to the left-hand side at the start of this half, and I believe he may have been the one who's gone off for Abdulatif, as McDonald does really well and cuts back, changes his mind. And, I mean, they could have been in there Rising Balls, but he's gone back to his centre-back. And King has looked over the top to find Santana. He's brought it down really well. Lovely little turn in there. He's attempted to play it for one of his two players running ahead of him, but he's lost that, but he's won it back. Quick little feet, he's brought down on the edge of the area, and the referee's quick to blow his whistle for that one. Certainly a free kick there. And instantly we're seeing the impact now from Santana. Big, strong, holding it up. A bit like Fernandez for Galicia, isn't it?
Yeah, now he's got more to aim for, really, with two men and two strikers up top. just a bit more direct into the chest of Santana, who did well to get the ball under control and get a free kick. It looks like it's going to be within shooting distance. McDonald's lining it up. It's got to be better than the last one that hit the wall from Naim.
It is, and it is going to be Santana straight at the goalkeeper though, and he's not going to complain about that one, is he? It was straight down the middle, but there's a lot of power on it. He's had to put it behind, and Yanin is straight out to take the corner kick, which he's left actually for McDonald to swing in. We know he did a deep in swinger the last time he had one of these. Will it be the same? He's sort of drifted it towards the near post. It's headed straight back out towards him. He's beaten the man and gone with a cross again, but it's good defending from the home side. And here is Fernandez. We know he likes to hold up the play, and under pressure from Galakunde there, he's done really well. And suddenly he's got loads of space to drop it forward towards the back line, but he couldn't quite manage it. And I apologise, that was Imani rather than Fernandez, as Fernandez was running down his left-hand side. And a little bit of step over play from Faye at the back, but still under pressure here, Deportivo, and he's tried to turn on Santana, who's a brave man to do that, and got away with it on this occasion. And Philippe gives it to his captain Panos, who will try and get them up the pitch again, but he plays it out of play. I mean, a bit of dangerous play at the back there, and another chance for Rising Ballers on the counter-attack. It's just playing out the exact same as the first half, isn't it?
Yeah, Rising Ballers trying to press a little bit more in his opening minutes. It hasn't really come to tuition. Deportivo kind of almost just not really played it out of the back as much as they did in the first half. It's gone long into those channels really, with kind of Faye and Philip going those long balls in behind as quick as possible.
As someone's gone down here, is it Faye? He's been such a big part of their back line so far today. So this will also be a worry.
Yeah, already had Chopra come off for injury. I'm not entirely sure what happened. That's it. Maybe
again, I think it might be a muscle issue which occurred off camera. As the physio is being called on, and once again, he's got players around him helping him out. But I mean, not the response you'd have wanted from Rising Ballers. Where do they go from here?
Yeah, I think that goal kind of shell-shocked them really so quick into the second half. Manager will be heavily disappointed how the goal went in, and how the goal came about. He kind of trying to work that front two, but just didn't really have time before the goal went in. Yeah, they will be disappointed really. Just again, a few problems in that final third. Santana, he holding the ball up really well so far, but just hasn't hit him enough, and they haven't found him enough. And that's been the kind of a problem really. Haven't found their key players.
Yeah, he's having the same frustrations that Adam Aloyi had in that first half, and now both of them are up there. You want to see them playing a bit closer together, maybe getting a bit of interplay in. Santana is showing early signs of being able to hold up the ball really well, and maybe that will just help Adam Aloyi get into his game a little bit more. You can see him in discussion at the moment on the halfway line, so maybe fascinating to see where we go from this one. But for Deportivo, this is going to be another big blow because it's another key player if he isn't all right to continue.
Yeah, just trying to kind of walk it off, stretch it out. Already made, obviously, a couple of changes already. Won't want to make another change if you don't have to. Looks like he might be okay to carry on, which is always nice to see. But
he's gone to the sideline, but I haven't seen any signals that anyone else is going to be coming on. So thankfully he looks all right. He's back with his goalkeeper Perkins at the moment. And he will look long, as he has done majority of the game, towards Fernandez, and he does really well to win that one. It doesn't quite fall for Dowdy. And Tans attempted pass is blocked out by Hale, and it's another throw-in yet again for Rising Ballers on that far side. I feel like every throw-in's been on that side of the pitch as well. And another very good tackle in there. And here comes Fernandez. He's got a lovely attempted... Oh, it's really poor in the end, actually. But once again, it's such a key method of attack for them. Every time Fernandez picks up that ball, Mejdoubi's going out on that left-hand side. And he knows he's got the beating of the fullback. We saw just there, Stanford was even taking a couple of extra yards on the rest of his back line just to make sure he could get back. But the ball wasn't to match the run on this occasion. And that's a lovely little turn in there. Great play by Adam Aloy. He's really doing well keeping it, but then the final pass isn't there. I mean, it's so hard to know what's going on in that midfield. Neither side have claimed it as their own all game. And both Deportivo goals have come when there's just suddenly been a massive gap for someone to take advantage of in the midfield.
Yeah, Adam and Louis did well initially, but just didn't release the ball quick enough, really.
Overplayed it a bit for sure.
Yeah, been a frustrating one for him today. He's really trying to get involved, trying to kind of get another chance, which I think he will, but...
Yeah, and here's Nyanin, who's looked the most lively, and he's passed El Hannah again. But again, he's gone too close to the byline as his cross is straight at the goalkeeper. But once again, they're getting in past El Hannah on that left-hand side. And every time they've got towards that byline, he's just hit it straight at the goalkeeper. And it must be so frustrating. But on this occasion, he's put the ball down for a goal kick. So I don't think he maybe even ran it out. And it's just the final third play has not been there for Rising Ballers. And it's really annoying when they put together a nice little interplay and then can't take advantage of it. There's a dodgy goal kick that was from Perkins, actually. And Deportivo did well originally to keep hold of it. But they've lost possession again, and it's up in the air. And Fernandez can't feed through Dowda. And again, it's won back in by Hale. Hale finds Fernandez dropping deep as he's been doing for so much of this game. Oh, and that's a risky pass. I don't think Sintami was expecting the ball to go there, otherwise he would have probably won it. But that's a nice feat by Alhana. The ball's lacking. And it's head tennis again. But it falls for Gonzalo, who looked like he's gearing for a shot. But he's got Dada out on the right-hand side. Can't quite. It's good defending from the tracking back. Galakunde there. And it will be a goal kick for Rising Ballers. It's getting towards that sort of time of the game now where they've really got to get a goal if they want anything from this one. And most of the attack seems to be coming from Deportivo, although here they are now as the ball's just about saving play despite complaints from Panos. And I mean, it's a really late whistle by the referee for the throw. And I think the linesman had his flag up. Panos just stopped playing, which is one thing I don't know about you. I've always been told to play to the whistle, so that was a risky choice from him, one that paid off.
Yeah, it's just this game's just got a little bit more and more scrappy. I think it's just starting to get away from Rising Ballers a little bit. Just need to really grab the game by the scruff of the net. Need one of their key players to just get the ball and to kind of drive forward like Nyanin tried to do 5 minutes ago. Obviously, he ran the ball out of play, but they need a little bit more of that, a little bit more intensity and kind of urgency.
And as you can see, King just putting his arms out in frustration as the ball is left for someone else. He wants to get underway as quickly as possible. Like you said, that urgency is not seemingly there from the front line. And he was desperate for him to play there. He was a little bit frustrated. And that's a lovely interception as Naim Mejdoubi's put out again down his left-hand side. He's beaten Stanford to it and he's knocked it past him, but he's just recovered well enough. Stanford gave himself a couple of yards that occasion and he's done well to do it. And I will confirm, actually, that was not Amir Stanford. It is, in fact, the substitute, Tariq Abdulatif. That is the change that was made. And maybe that is to do with the pace of Mejdoubi on that left-hand side, always getting the better of Stanford. So it's a good tactical change. I do apologise, I didn't recognise that one earlier. But it's a good tactical change, which, do you think it's made a difference so far for him, Adam? They've not seen as many getting in down that left-hand side.
Yeah, well, it looks like Faye is coming off.
It's a shame because he was having a decent game as well, and he's so tall. He was winning a few headers, and there's been a lot of head tennis going on in this game. But he's being helped off by Antonio Phillip, which is nice to see. And this is going to have to be another forced change for Deportivo Galicia, which will be frustrating for them when they've been playing so well today. Well, they've been having the better of the game at least, and they're winning, which is the key thing for them at this stage of the season. They don't care how it comes as long as it comes.
Yeah, it will dampen the spirits a little bit over this performance and potentially 3 points, the 2 injuries, because obviously the 2 key players. But yeah, Faye played well.
The linesman's come over to bring on the substitution, which will be Adam Nejari. We'll let you know he's running a bit further up the pitch, so it may be another shift in tactics for Deportivo with this one, but it is a corner, so we'll let you know as and when we work it out. So back to the corner then. Another chance for Deportivo to kill the game off, you reckon, if they get another goal now?
Yeah, definitely. The game has just kind of started to drift a little bit.
Yeah,
but the next goal is the biggest one, if there is one, obviously.
In-swinging ball. Goes all the way through. Oh, and it's hit Dowder. And I don't think he was expecting it. It's sort of come off his knee, I reckon, and gone out for a goal kick, which Rising Ballers are looking urgent. They're looking like they want to get this one underway as quickly as possible. And that's another risky pass across the back line, which has just gone past Fernandez. And now they're under pressure from Mejdoubi. But they've managed to get out of it and go long. And it is Imani, who's just, oh my gosh, he's just almost had an absolute howler there. Imani, who I believe is the one who's dropped into centre-back by the looks of things. And I don't really know what happened, but Perkins has held on to the ball. And what do you make of that one, Adam? That was unexpected.
It started with the Rising Ballers, just a pretty poor pass on the defender across goal. You never, like you say, when you're a kid, never pass across the face of goal. And then it somehow went to Perkins. I think he might have slipped, maybe. I don't know. From my angle, it looked like he slipped, but luckily just Lannon wasn't close enough to collect the ball and score into an empty net. But another one of those crazy minutes we had in like the first half.
Yeah, certainly is. I mean, Imani had a decent game. He's probably one of the names we didn't say as much in that midfield, but he's dropped back into centre-back now, and that's not going to do anything for his nerves if there are any in changing position at this stage of the game. But Perkins, again, was able to hold on to the ball, so they get away with it, and maybe it's another sign of why they've conceded so many goals this year.
Yeah, it looks like Mejdoubi has gone into midfield at the moment, playing one of the deeper roles, essentially. Why the Ballers make another change?
Yeah, about half an hour gone in this second half. Linesman who's coming on. I didn't see who went off. It is going to be Anike Ayamoto, who has come on. And I'll let you know when we work out he has replaced in this one. But it looks like an attacking change, which is what they certainly need at this stage of the game. And here he is on the ball now. And it's just played out of play by Akinfro.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he offers off the bench. Changes haven't made as much difference as the manager would have liked. Our front two haven't been as involved as much as they both would have wanted to, especially Santamo, who came off the bench to try and make an impact, try and grab a goal. But he hasn't really seen the sight of goal, to be honest, nor has Ademoye in this second half.
No, and here come Deportivo again with Fernandez. He's holding the play up as long as he can for his teammates to join him, and he's managed to find one, and it's pulled back all the way across goal. But Mejdoubi has gone for the short one. He went for the far post, and no one was there to tuck it in. And it's another glorious chance. A head and hands moment for both players as they realise they weren't on the same wavelength. And it's Well, the heart would have been beating for I took in goal for Rising Ballers as that one flashed across, but nothing to be. And it's another escape, and it's another one where you go, they might look back to regret these chances if an unlikely comeback does suddenly spring to life.
Yeah, it was good movement by Mejdoubi to the front post, but no one went behind him to the back post, and that's obviously where the ball ended up.
Yeah,
it could be. If we found him, it would have been 3-0, would have been game over. But yeah, maybe one they might regret, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. On the balance of this second half, just started keeping them drifting away from the visitors. But it will be a massive 3 points for Deportivo if they hold on to this.
I think that it might be Malik Nyanin who's gone off. But that's well one back. But that's a bit of a dodgy pass, which he's probably got away with just about. As McDonald picks it up, he gives it to Can, who looks forward. And here we come on the counter attack again. Rising Ballers can't look at the amount of bodies that are back for Deportivo. It's brilliant to see from their point of view. And they're trying to break them down. They've got a little bit more time on it now as they're sitting more bodies back, but the shape is good. And Rising Ballers is just having to play it around. There's King. He's looking forward. He's not got much on. He gives it to the substitute. He brings it forward. And Sentamu, we haven't said his name enough really, have we? That's a good hold-up play. It's just scrappy again, and this time Deportivo do get it away. But that's a lovely little ball through. And Fernandez can't quite play in his winger, and it'll be cleaned up by Galakunde. But were you expecting more from Sentamu based off what we know he's done this season and coming on as basically the main change at half-time to try and change the game? Were you expecting a little bit more so far?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't start, to be honest. I think he does look like a danger, holds the ball up well. When he has got the ball, he just hasn't got it enough. But Deportivo, credit to them. They've conceded the most goals this season, but they're going to clearly just set up well, set up to defend, hit on the counter. And Rising Ballers just haven't done enough for me, Sentamu or not, in the second half. And obviously the goal just after the break was the biggest difference, and clearly has impacted, well, Rising Ballers definitely with both teams and how they kind of approached the second half. It came at an unbelievable time for Deportivo, but the complete opposite of Rising Ballers, and made to pay really, but just haven't done enough for me personally.
I agree completely. As Elhana went down there, clutching his ankle, but he's up and he looks like he's going to try and walk this one off. He has a throw-in to take, I believe. Maybe a little bit time wasting, I don't know. It does look like he's limping. But he's once again going to try and carry on, and we'll see if he's successful in that count. As all that bounces up and hits the face there. Cummings with the header on, can't find the centre forward we were just talking about, Sentamu. And that's an interesting decision from Omani there to try and trivela it out from the back line. It's bounced off a Rising Ballers player and put him in a bit of a dangerous position with a throw-in quite deep, but they've managed to get out of them all so far.
Looks like Adam Moyes has come out to his right-hand side a little bit more, drift out to his right-hand side since Nyanin's just come off. I think Nyanin was that outlet on the right-hand side. I thought he was causing a couple of problems, being a little bit direct, but again, a bit of change of shape maybe.
Yeah, we're seeing, sorry to cut you off again, but we're seeing a lot higher up from Abdulatif than Stanford was doing, and it's meant that Galakunde's sitting a lot more deep as another poor cross in. Galakunde's staying as the deep left back, and the other substitute, Ayamoto, is sitting alongside Chan in that midfield. And I guess it's just trying something different. They probably recognise that Elhana is the main. They've been getting in behind him quite a lot, so they've decided to change it up and go with the right-hand side as a more higher attack. And we'll see if it pays off, but it hasn't so far. It certainly hasn't so far.
Yeah, neither one really, with Alakunde coming inside, didn't really work as well as they wanted it to. Trying to change it a little bit more, trying to be proactive.
Great feat from McDonald there. He's just about got through again. I don't know how he's got that far. Here's Sentamu. Every time he gets the ball, he has a quick look and he wants a shot. Can't get one away this time. And it goes out wide to Cummings. He attempts to take on his man. And he just about beats him, but he's not quite out of play for a corner as Perkins comes and collects. And as the minutes begin to tick down in this one, Perkins will enjoy every second he has with that ball in his gloves. He's milking it right now for sure.
Yeah, McDonald again seems like everything that has been good for Rising Ballers has come through the number 10, but it just hasn't got the ball enough in those dangerous positions, and they've kind of all just come around McDonald when he's got the ball. Obviously, they recognise that he's clearly a talented player, and just kind of swarmed him as a group.
Well, I have to say the urgency has stepped up in the last 5 minutes or so from Rising Ballers, as we just saw there. Like, Aldo had the ball and about 4 or 5 of them swarmed around him trying to win it back. Did end up with a Deportivo throw, but it must be what the managers wanting from them at this stage, because they weren't looking like it at all. That's another one where Marnie's sort of committed himself, but thankfully no one was running in behind him as Perkins takes his time to pick that one up. And he finds Philippe, who will do that fey roll of the long ball over the top, looking for the run of Daudu, and he's found it. It's a fantastic ball, actually. Fernandez dropping off deep, he wants to cut and turn, but Galakunde's not giving him any time and space on the ball. And it's back with the substitute Nejari. Haven't said his name much since he's come on. Chopping and changing. Good feet. Oh, but he just wasn't ready for it. It was a nice little play infield, but Gonzalo was not ready for it. And Rising Ballers attempt to counter, but Imani is over there to deal with it. And has it stayed in play? It has not, and it's another throw-in on the far side.
Again, a nice little ball in behind into those channels, which has been kind of the main outlet really for Deportivo, especially since they've gone 2-0 up. It was Faye before he got injured, and then now it's kind of Philip with those like long balls into Fernandez, who's done really well, I think, today as the lone striker.
Lovely pass. I have to say, Galakunde has done a decent shift at left back today. He struggled a little bit getting back in at times, but when faced one-on-one, he seems to have done really well at stifling any sort of attacks that Dauda has been able to offer since Chopra went off. But sorry once again to have to cut you off there, Adam, but it's just so cagey. I'm not sure what to make of this last. It's been so stop-start. We've had probably about 15 minutes left now, and you can't see much changing. There's another player, this time Fernandez has gone down. And the substitute is quick over to the referee. I don't know if it will be Fernandez coming off. I think it's going to be Pablo Gonzalo. He started to do his high fives as he makes his way to the far side. Pablo Gonzalo looks a bit tired, to be honest. He did a lot of running in there. Again, the game sort of went past him at times, but he's had his impact today, and his job is done. He looks a bit knackered, and we will let you know who it is that's come on, and if there are any tactical changes to go alongside it. It is Muzzy Amin who's come on for him. He seems to have gone into a similar area for now, but I wouldn't be surprised if they change and try and shore it up a little bit more, because that midfield area is still no one's claimed it.
Yeah, looks like the captain came off as well for Rising Ballers for Joshua Dowdin at centre back. Interesting substitution, not an attacking one, so maybe a bit of lack of fitness potentially.
Maybe, but another scrappy exchange in the box there. Rising Ballers get it away, but they're swarmed by the back line. And here is Imani, just loses control, but Naim Mejdoubi's there. Little ball inside. And they're just keeping the ball really well now, Deportivo. But that's a poor touch from Mejdoubi, and it's back with the substitute, Ayamoto. He's been eager to get on the ball, Ayamoto, but he hasn't really done too much with it since coming on. It's an interesting change, that midfield area, but it hasn't helped them in the battle. Sintami holding up the play once again. A lovely little give and go, which doesn't pay off again, as we see Abdulatif really high up and using that drop in from Adam Alioyu. And another poor clearance from Perkins. I mean, it just seems like the same old same when they get into this area. McDonald chopping and changing. Cummings with it on the far side. Attempts the looped ball. Not seen one of them from him so far this game, but it's back out again. It's just the same old when they get in the final third. They don't give you that urge that they suddenly look like they're going to score. It's looped balls, forced crosses. Do you think it's just a real issue they need to work on, or do you think it's just one of those things with the way this game's panned out?
Yeah, I mean, there's not long left now. I mean, I think Deportivo would be happy how this game, the second half's kind of gone. They defended really well as Fernandez got so long effort from the halfway line, but they defended well, looked quite comfortable, to be honest. The game just kind of, they managed the game well. I think that's the best way to kind of put it. They managed the game well. It has been a stop-start, but that's what they would have wanted, really, after that second goal went in, to be honest. And yeah, it looks like they're gonna go out with all 3 points, unless something mental happens in the last 5 minutes. But they managed the game well. They're gonna get an important 3 points, I think.
Important is very much an understatement, with 19 games played and 1 win so far this season. So it's going to be a big weight off the shoulders of the players if they can crawl over the line. It doesn't matter how they come, not a showstopper of a game, but they'll be thrilled with it nonetheless, I'm sure. Not been a fun one to referee this, I'd imagine.
No, but he's not been really called up for any controversial decisions. Not been any real reckless tackles from either side. Just been a lot of niggles or fouls in that midfield area.
And that is partly tactical from Deportivo as well. So when the ball back again in an advanced position, but the cross once again isn't onto where Naim's running. That's a lovely turn again from McDonald. He looks to set out his striker Sentamu on the left-hand side, but as with the majority of those balls that go flying forward, it's just trickled out on the far side.
Yeah, he's trying to make something happen, McDonald, and he has been all game. He's been crowded out every time he gets the ball.
That was a dodgy throw-in.
Yeah, not too sure about that one, but
it's a good little interplay there with Cummings and Tanu though. He finds Adam Aloye, who turns, but not enough space. There's too many players back to be trying stuff like that in the advanced areas. And it's all the way back with Akinfra, but there is a stoppage in play for another free kick, I believe. Or was it a throw-in again? Should have known, to be honest. No wonder that last one was a bit dodgy. He's probably fed up of taking and Panos. Well, it's looped in towards the centre of the pitch, as far away from that touchline as possible. Pantano is on this, and he's won that, but the keeper's come. He's made himself big. He's sort of flapped at it a little bit and just pushed it past the striker, which I think was probably the safest thing to do, because if he tried to catch it and let go, Sentami was there to score. But once again, we're seeing a chance which is followed by a Deportivo counter-attack, and Dadu can't force the first cross in, but he's still got the ball, and it's a dodgy pass back to substitute Adam Mijadi, and in the end it's all the way back with the left back Elhana. But that was, again, it could have been a case of rinse and repeat on the attack. Oh, and he's tried to send McDonald to the shots, but instead he's trickled it out of play himself. And it's another chance for Deportivo. They've had the best chances in the second half, you have to say, and they've been deserved of their 2-0 lead, and Rising Ballers have not really, besides that one chance which led to the first goal, they've not really had anything to shout about.
Yeah, we said that they might regret that missed chance, and they definitely have, because they haven't created anything of note since then. And I'm disappointed they didn't go 1-up in the first place. It looks like another injury. I think this time Ahmed El Hannah on the floor.
Yeah,
That's definitely
looks like cramp.
cause for concern. Definitely now cramp compared to half an hour ago.
Not got many players left on the bench, have they? So I'll be hoping he's okay to continue. It's definitely cramp. But once again, you see all his teammates around him geeing him up. As Philippe has just signalled for a change. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get him off. Not long left to go in this one. They've had to play around with their tactics many a time. It looks like it's going to have to happen again. And substitute comes over. It's going to be Georgios Karagiannis, who replaces Ahmed El Hannah. A bit of a tough day defensively for Ahmed El Hannah, but he showed some good feet in attack. And I think just a case of tired legs in the end. Interestingly, Karagiannis has been forced to strip off his thermal by the referee, or the assistant referee rather. I don't know if that's to do with the referee's colours or what, but gonna have to suffer the cold night on his arms by the looks of things, because he's not allowed a black thermal underneath his white shirt.
Yeah, it was a tough night for El Hannah, but a clean sheet. Definitely, he's walked over a clean sheet, so it's more. You can't really ask for much more, to be honest, but yeah, Naim was causing a couple of problems, but he's defended well, and like Galicia have done, really all game is set up nicely in that back four. They'll be happy with a clean sheet if they don't concede in the last couple of minutes, which will definitely be almost a perfect kind of result for them. 2-0.
I mean, win would have been priority, as every game is for them at the moment, but clean sheet is something they would be desperate to get as well, because it would just feel that much better if they're able to hold on, and it will really give them a platform to build on and maybe finally start their season. I'm not sure where Karagiannis has gone into, but I believe Naim Mejdoubi has dropped back into the left back position for now. Azeri is just hoofing one up the pitch away from his goal. I think we're going to see a lot of that in his remaining minutes, as he does it again, looking for Fernandez. His header just about finds Amin. He goes left to Fernandez. Fernandez is in. It looked like he could have just hit it, but it's really well covered, and a lovely little bit of play to get out of it. And here is Mejdoubi, the second goal scorer, tries to curl one. He claims that's his trademark finish, but it certainly wasn't there. And that's another chance for Deportivo to try and get a goal, but unfortunately it's not to be, and they are starting to look a bit tired. Everyone committed there, so you hope it won't do too much for their legs when they're having to defend. But once again, Rising Ballers getting caught out on the counter-attack, aren't they? And that was one that started just from 2 hoofed-up clearances.
Yeah, it came from nothing really, that attack. Fernandez maybe didn't fancy it, his left foot, trying to cut back onto his preferred right foot. But you can see what Mejdoubi was trying to do, cut it into that top right corner, but couldn't wrap his foot around it.
Definitely, I think Galicia have dropped into a back 5 for these remaining minutes, which you can't blame them, but they've still got players going up on the counter-attack as Fernandez looks to get up to Mejdoubi. He's just making a nuisance of himself, but he's got 4 red bodies around him, and he wasn't able to bring that one down.
Just looking at the league table at the moment. I mean, this win takes them up to 10 points, joint with Samurai Rovers, a place above them, and only a point behind Woodley, who've been thrashed today 6-0. And 5 behind their opponents, Rising Ballers, and 8 behind the most important place above a relegation zone. So definitely a massive win for them to hold out to.
Much needed, and they'll be desperate to keep hold of it. I mean, with a minus 41 goal difference, the less goals they concede, the better. But I just getting, the more tired they're getting, the even more scrappy it's getting. I didn't think that was quite possible. So when I said McDonald's throws himself to the floor and wins a foul in the way the modern game is these days, and that's their first yellow card of the game, and it's come right at the end. I believe it was a Baziz Hale who has received that yellow card just for throwing him down, but it's not a bad foul to give in that sort of area of the pitch this time. They've got their back five sitting deep, ready for anything long coming over the top. Some more good feet from McDonald as he looks out wide. Well, that's McDonald, so it can't have been him before. As he looks for a deep cross, it's gone all the way through, it's deflected, and finally has a really good chance for William Adebayoye, and he hoofs it over the crossbar. It was his best chance of the game without a shadow of a doubt, and he's brought it down, just sort of rushed it, do you reckon, and sent it flying over the bar to the relief of Toby Perkins in the Deportivo Galicia goal. But I don't know, he must have been waiting all game for that, and he certainly will not be sleeping tonight.
Yeah, he's been waiting all day since that opportunity in the first half. Been waiting for one just to drop to him just like that, and it did. Just leant back, and it's just been scarred over the bar, and that has pretty much summed up Rising Ballers today. Unfortunately for them, just not falling for them whatsoever. As Fernandez gets a nice little round of applause. I think he's playing really well today.
It was really good today, but he was starting to look knackered doing all that running and dropping in even deeper and deeper. He is to be replaced for the final couple of minutes. Not too sure who by. But it is going to be Toby Perkins with his mismatched boots to get us underway again. One of his better kicks, that one actually. It's flicked on again to Matteo Aquino, who is the man who has replaced Fernandez up top. He plays it out wide, but it's a good interception once again by Galakonde. And it's going to be another throw in an advanced position. Here's Dowdo, who's made a nuisance of himself all game. But he's had a little bit of less success since moving up to the right. Oh, and that's a miscommunication as Hale pulls off. But I mean, it's a good attempt to win it back as well. It's a strong challenge. Matteo Aquino is now in a battle with Tan, which Tan gets the better of. It deflects sort of into the path of McDonald. He's managed to bring it down. He knocks it past Panos and tries a little skill. But on that occasion, it went straight to the feet of Panos, who has moved into a central centre-back role of this five with Karaganis on the right hand side of it, and that's really done to win that by him in. And Deportivo will be happy to let Ballers have it in this sort of area of the pitch. It's do or die time, and it's looking like die from Ballers. It's another attempted ball over the top. It's just too far for him. He can't get it down. Karaganis chooses to put it out of play, but it's at that stage of the game they need a goal, and they've really not looked. They finally get a chance. It's sent over the bar, and they don't look like it's coming.
Yeah, Galicia set up well in this five back. They've been in this five back for a while now. They've just sat on this lead in the second half and looked to kind of counter, and they've countered well. To be fair, created a couple of opportunities. Rising Ballers just again not creating enough consistently throughout the 90 minutes.
And final third work in training next week, I'm sure, for Rising Ballers. It's going to be. We're talking about how big a win it is for Deportivo Galicia, but with all these games in hand, Rising Ballers, this is a big loss for them as well. They're on semi-decent form, like you mentioned, 3 wins in 4, and they wanted to continue that run, but it doesn't look like they've managed to do so.
Yeah, from 3 wins in 4 to 2 losses in a row, kind of just goes from looking nice, like decent form to pretty poor form. It's what can happen in this league and in these divisions. Just kind of can switch from one to the other. It looks like it's going to be doing that from nice form to relegation form. Like I say, those games to hand are going to look important, especially if they don't pick up any points in them.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, they're going to need to. It's handy having those games in hand. You always fancy yourselves to get yourself back up the table, but it's not the way you want to go about things when you're losing to the bottom of the league with 1 win on the board. It's been a disappointing visit to Bedfont for Rising Ballers.
Yeah, they would have leapfrogged Langley in above a relegation zone as well with a win. So it would have been massive for the confidence. Like I said, 4 games in hand over Woodley, the team below him, a couple games in hand in front of the teams below him as well.
Yeah,
it would have been an important win, but
yeah, it wasn't to be. McDonald twisting and turning there, and he's complaining he's got no options, and he hasn't had many all game, to be honest. But I have been disappointed with Santanu coming on. I expected to see a little bit more strike work from him. Maybe it was the decision to go 2 up top that hasn't panned out in the end, but it looks like Deportivo are happy to sit back and try and defend, as that long ball from Joshua Dowding just goes straight into the hands of the keeper, and he celebrates as they all celebrate. The final whistle has come. Deportivo Galicia finally get another win on the board, and it will be one that feels even sweeter with a clean sheet to go alongside it. Naim Mejdoubi and Ilyas Daudu with the goals, and a couple of injuries to mar the performance and a lot of changes in formation, but they get it done, and you can see how much it means to them. They have won this combined Counties League Division 1 match by 2-0 over Rising Ballers, and it was a bit of a scrappy game, not the easiest one to watch, but they'll be delighted with the win, delighted with the 3 points. Doesn't matter how they come. Adam, thank you for joining me. What do you make of that one?
Yeah, described it as much as I would describe it, really. Just scrappy, but they're going to take all 3 points at this game. It's a massive, massive win. It really is. It just kind of keeps them within touching distance of the teams above them. They've got a game in hand, above Woodley, a team above them, who they got the only win against at the start of the season, and they need this to kickstart the season. It's obviously nice winning. They need to keep on getting those results, game from game, game to game. They've got Victoria London next. They're gonna want to get another 3 points or something from that game to keep this consistency. It's nice to see the players celebrating with each other. They know how big this win is. Rising Ballers will be heavily disappointed because they just didn't do enough for me personally in their final third. The lack of goals is really something you can just see. McDonald tried to get involved. Santanu off the bench didn't do too much, but didn't get any service really from that kind of midfield area. But yeah, massive win.
Massive win for them. They are level on points now, but like you just said, goal difference to preferency. But they'll be happy with that one. They'll be celebrating into the night, and they'll be delighted to finally get another win on the board. I've been Scott O'Neill alongside Adam Todd. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday evening, and we look forward to the next one.